We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Is it really possible to get out of debt without payment plans or attorneys? 18 years ago, we developed a program that has made thousands debt-free in just 90 days. It's called Zero Debt in 90 Days, and it works for all credit card debt, medical bills, even collection lawsuits.
When I first joined, I was being sued. So I used the program methods, and after filing one piece of paper, the collection lawsuit was dismissed.
With Zero Debt in 90 days, your success is guaranteed in writing. There is no other program of its kind. Don't be alone when creditors gang up on you. Let our team of experts provide the resources to fight back and stop creditors in only 90 days, guaranteed. Prevent wage garnishments, bank levies, and stop collection calls with our proven program. Call Zero Debt in 90 days now, 800-477-9256, and ask for free information from an expert who also completed our program. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. 800-477-9256 or ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com.
Are you tired of police, judges, and bureaucrats using traffic tickets and other regulatory traps to trick you out of your hard-earned money? Are you sick of fraudulent bankers rigging mortgages and using the foreclosure process to steal your home? You need to visit bestfreedomtools.com. Act now to get an amazing free catalog and free DVD packed with vital information to give you the upper hand against these so-called authorities. You will learn how to overcome all traffic fines, how to stop judges in their tracks, and how to effectively combat penalty notices of all kinds without paying a penny. All the information you need to regain your health, wealth, and power is yours at bestfreedomtools.com. To get your free catalog and free DVD, call 800-880-9976. That's 800-880-9976. Or visit bestfreedomtools.com now for your free catalog and free DVD. Bestfreedomtools.com, giving you the information you need today.
Way up north to Alaska. Way up north to Alaska.
All right, I want to get the rest of Max Keiser's take on the Internet 9/11. They're openly saying they want a Patriot Act for the Internet, the end of freedom, the end of mainstream radio, TV, being able to have your own opinion. It's all being announced. They're really trying to sell it to us. We've got these other key videos up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Walmart invasion, part of larger DHS takeover of America. We've got the accompanying article on Infowars.com. Very important you get this out to everyone you know. They're ready to hear the truth. There's another longer video that Aaron just put together of an after-show rant I did yesterday. I was so upset. It's Alex Jones' rant, DHS and TSA invading America. And so that video's up on Infowars.com and the Alex Jones YouTube channel. All right, Max Keiser.
Yeah.
What's your overall view of who's really behind WikiLeaks? I think he's been hung out to dry. I mean, regardless of who you believe he really works for, they have now leaked him a bunch of cables that are just internal propaganda for the government. And now it looks like they're going to use him as the kind of new Internet bin Laden to take our free speech.
He's an info warrior. He's a hacker. And the hackers are uniting. You know, the hackers are getting together and they're going to shut down PayPal, shut down the bank in Switzerland that denied him his account. The hackers are organizing. It's an info war. You know, you started the info war, Alex Jones. Now it's being taken to a new level. You've got an army of hackers. And Julian Assange is basically, he's a hacker. That's where his background is in hacking. And, you know, he's hacked his way into the truth. And now the truth is being displayed through WikiLeaks, and it's embarrassing people like Hillary Clinton and people in the Justice Department who don't like to see their dirty laundry aired in public, and it's made a mockery of their so-called diplomatic efforts. and of course they want to shut them down. But it doesn't matter what they do to them because all these things are hidden in the web in these Easter eggs that are going to pop open at any time. And if they go after them, then the mother load of information hits. They haven't even gone through 1% of the cable leaks, and behind that is the huge banking leaks, which are going to expose all the dirty deals at Bank of America and J.P. Morgan.
So you think it's spin that he's hooked in with Soros, and this is a global destabilization program?
I do, yeah. I consider him to be basically the king of the hackers.
Well, I know this. He doesn't deserve to be held with no bail for admittedly having sex with a consensual woman with no condom, even though, I mean, this is insane.
Alex, look, the Icelandic government has a warrant for the arrest of their bankers hiding out in London who stole billions of dollars. Was there any action on them? Well, how come those guys aren't before the magistrate?
Well, here's the deal. I put out leaked stuff all the time that people have a right to know. I don't deserve to be held without bail. Look, if we don't stand with Assange, I don't care who he is or what's really going on. We all hang separate. And so I want to say here, I've had guests on with every view of him, good and bad and ugly. I want to say I'm standing with WikiLeaks and Julian Assange, even if they're a disinfo op. The globalists have built them as a straw man to destroy our free speech. We must stand with Assange.
Look at the information itself. What is it actually in the information that you could point to that smells or looks like what you're suggesting in terms of a disinformation op? All the information that's coming out is just embarrassing the powers that you always talk about. You know, the New World Order powers are extremely embarrassed by these revelations. I haven't seen a single piece of the communiques come out in any of this that would suggest that it's a reverse psychological op or anything of that nature. He's just a guy who's an info warrior who realizes that information is the weapon of the 21st century.
Well, he's being persecuted regardless, and we can't let him use Assange to shut down our web freedom, like the Israelis launching the Stuxnet, and then our media using that to try to shut down freedom.
Well, that may be true because, Stacey just sent me an email. Joe Lieberman is calling for the New York Times to be investigated for espionage.
I'll tell you what. We're just going to do a little bit of overdrive right now. I know I'm giving the guys a notice right here at the end. Can we do that? We're going into the 4th hour right now. And coming up later, I called Homeland Security today.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Okay, we're in overdrive right now with Max Keiser. And yes, the neocons are all out in force calling for espionage charges against the media, including the New York Times. Government is putting telescreens in the Walmarts, Mall of America. We are literally, it's like they're using 1984 as a playbook. Max Keiser, your take on the TSA and invading the countryside now, the telescreens that are in London and now the U.S., and the point you were making about how that this is their internet media 9/11. Please continue.
Well, Alex, you live in a penal colony called the United States of America. You know, it's a penal colony. The citizens there live in prison. It's a penal colony. I would never visit. I haven't been there in 10 years. People say, come on, visit, come back. I say, why would I visit a penal colony? It's like going to Devil's Island or some, you know, lockdown prison. That's not my idea of fun. I mean, it's become a joke. People who live outside the America now refer to America and laugh out loud.
What do you mean? But hold on, Max. Max, I mean, let's be fair. You're losing your freedoms in Europe, England. This is a worldwide tyranny. After all, Devil's Island was a French prison outfit. I mean, come on. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, you don't see, you know, this Walmart thing with people like asking you to tattletale on your shopper, like your shopper next to you might be a terrorist. Tell the people.
Imagine Homeland Security,
information technology companies, the defense contracting companies. They ran out of third world countries to corrupt. They bankrupted the rest of the world. Now they're going to bankrupt America. And this the big joke is that you got all these Americans stampeding on themselves to go shopping on Black Friday, killing themselves to be a spectacle from network TV that has utter contempt on Americans and treats them like performing stunt pigs. And says, look at these pigs killing themselves for a deal on food and milk. Isn't that hilarious?
Well, I've got to agree.
It's still living there and not migrating out of there. It's the same thing back in Nazi Germany. Why did the Jews stay behind? They said it couldn't happen to us. It could never happen to us. We are citizens of this country. It's a democracy. They'll never put us in jail. And they get all burned to death. What do you think is going to be happening in America? It's going to be the final solution. People have no ability to make money. There's no benefits for these people. Like Joe Lieberman, who's now investigating the New York Times for espionage, will come out and say, I believe in the final solution. I'm Joe Lieberman. We need to incinerate poor Americans today, or we're going to be overcome by our poverty. That's where they're headed. If you're still there in 2 years' time, there's a risk you'll be burnt to death in a government-owned oven. Get out! Get out now!
Well, it is true that we have more people in our prisons than dozens of other major nations combined. We have 4 times what China
has. The incarceration rate of America. It's the number one. It's the biggest growth population in America is a prison population, and increasingly that's where they're getting all their cheap labor. Is a prison labor population. Who do you think is manufacturing all the license plates and Trotskys that they're selling overseas? It's the prisoners that they put in prison with those 3-strike-you're-out rule. All the private prison operators like Prison Corps of America own the restaurants and the hotels. You go to prison, you end up eating in the restaurant. The profit centers are you be in prison. That's the most profitable business. Prisons and casinos. You see now that this guy, head of the Democrats, wants to legalize gambling in America, online poker, of course, because they want everyone to be degenerate.
Yeah, you predicted that. It's hellish.
Why are you living there? You got to get out of there. I don't think there's any nobility in being a guy, the last guy into the incinerator. I don't think there's anything noble about it. I think anyone you should get out to protect yourself and your family. Go to another country. There's plenty of opportunities elsewhere in the world, and it's not that hard to expatriate and say, to hell with you. I'm not going to participate in your gulag casino nightmare. I'm going to go to some other country. Go to Chile. Chile is a fantastic country these days. Go to South America. Go to Central America. There's plenty of opportunities around the world. The U.S. has become a penal colony. Why would you voluntarily go to a penal colony? It makes no sense.
Have you expatriated?
Well, it's in the process. You know, it's very, very difficult to sever ties with the U.S. completely. It's a very long, drawn-out process.
Yeah. Max, we'll talk to you again very soon. Big success with the silver move there. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, and with retransmission when I call Homeland Security live on air and report the real terrorist. That's coming up next. Stay with us.